Thursday. It's the Thursday before Christmas. I was about to think it's like, and all through the house something, but I don't.
The Ferrari was sleeping. I don't know. Yeah.
No, there's not even a Ferrari here.
We didn't even prep that. Damn it.
No, dang! I should have thought of something. Well, anyway, hello everyone, and hopefully y'all have some cool holiday plans coming up or something. Yeah, I don't know. I have a boring Christmas this year, I'm sure.
That's what I'm doing. It's boring Christmas.
Yeah, we're just hanging out, not doing much of anything. So yeah, but today is Megan's birthday.
Oh.
Woo! So hooray for Megan.
And there was much rejoicing.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay. Yep. So there you go. There's that. Which it was kind of cool. Meg's parents like swung by the house and brought a cake, which was very sweet of them. So that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I tried to eat some. I'm not a cake person. Cake is just too sweet. I tried a couple bites and I just it's just too much. I can't take it.
Oh, dude, I'll devour half a cake if I can.
All right. Well, you want me to bring it to the office tomorrow? It's
sure.
It's
what kind of
velvet.
Cake is it?
Red velvet.
Ooh.
Oh hell yeah! I'll take that.
All right, I'll tell Meg to cut a good chunk of it and bring it on in. Because yeah, we're both like, I don't know. I'm not a big cake person. She's not a big cake person, but whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, certain ones I'm okay with, but
yeah.
There's pie. Pie is so much better.
Pie is great.
But Leches is my favorite.
Tres Leches.
Tres Leches is
where it's at.
Tres Leches is the bomb.
That is the bomb.
And cookies. I'm just a cookie slut. I love cookies. Sorry, man. Like cookies are we went to a so Meg's friend invited us to a cookie swap party. And the way it works is everyone brings like a couple dozen cookies and then everyone just swaps a bunch of cookies back and forth. So you end up with like a huge pile of random cookies. And
that
was awesome. That was like torture though, because we were like, still like that was right at the tail end of like, okay, we're gonna stop keto for a little bit. So we're like, yeah, we gotta eat some cookies. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So our car situation is strange right now. We're once again low on inventory because a lot of the cars went out this week. The 458 Speciale is gone, which I have to say was very sad to see go.
Yep.
It was also very nerve-wracking to see go. Like just loading that car on a trailer was like, it's not like, I don't know. I mean, loading Ferraris is always a little bit nerve-wracking, but that one you're like,
yeah, it's a whole different level.
It's like twice as much as anything else we've ever transported. So, and then the trailer that the guy had, I don't know what type of trailer it was, but the fenders were closer than usual.
Oh wow.
And so it only had that much space on each side. It was like loading the Murcielago. The Murcielago in my trailer was like just so close.
An inch to spare or less.
Less than an inch, yeah.
Man.
So, but yeah, that was nerve-wracking. And like the angle of his tailgate was too steep, so we had to do the board trick.
Oh no.
To get it to go up without scraping the nose.
It just made it even worse.
Well, yeah, it just made it more nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
So my audio and video are out of sync.
I'm noticing that too. Yours is a little choppy.
Uh-oh. Mine is?
You seem fine to me,
It
but
comes
Am I
and
out of
goes.
sync, Tyler?
you seem good to me.
Okay, you're in sync to me, but
Okay.
I mean, maybe not.
Thanks, Restream.
Uh, there's a delay between voice and video.
A
It looks
little
like
bit.
more.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh crap.
Hmm.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Dubbed Kung Fu
My
movie. I
internet's,
mean, that's
my internet's kind of acting up too. I don't know what's up with it.
It looks like a dubbed kung fu movie.
like,
Great. That's great. I mean, I don't know. I could try leaving and coming back, but I don't know if it'll
I
help
think it's
it or
fine
not.
for now.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
If it gets worse, we can reset it.
Yeah. I don't want to try leaving because I don't want it to accidentally like stop the stream or something. Like that would be my luck, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think it would, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Not worth it.
I'll say I could try. The only other thing I have open is YouTube for watching the YouTube stream, so I'll close that and see. You know what I didn't do? I didn't reboot my computer tonight.
There's your problem.
I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're doing Windows updates or something.
Yeah, it could be. And I was
Good old
editing earlier.
Windows updates.
I will say I do hate the stupid Windows updates. Those are annoying.
Yep. Yeah, it's solar flares. Those
Speaking
are
of
happening right
updates,
now.
this is totally way off topic, but I like to play video games, and I just was really pissed the other day because I got a new game, and I'm like, who remembers the old days when you could go to the store and buy a video game and plug it in and immediately start playing it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now you go to the store and you buy a game and you put it in, and it takes 4 hours for it to do updates and another 2 hours for them to install the game, and so 6 hours later you're playing the game.
Well, that's your problem
Yeah.
is going to the store in the first place. Just download it.
Yeah,
straight
why didn't you
away.
just download it?
Well, because I want the disc.
All right.
Wait,
I'm old school like that, I guess. I like
You
having
actually
the box
have-
and the disc. Downloading it just seems like I'm getting ripped off.
wait.
You know, it's just downloading it
But
anyway.
even if you
The disc is
download
just
it,
a license.
You still got to download a.
Yeah.
Well, the
I-
disc actually on the Xbox has like 50 or 60 gigabytes worth of stuff on it, and then you download
Okay.
the other 100. If you download the game, it's like 200 gig download, which takes
Oh,
forever.
jeez. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, Call of Duty is the last one I got, and I got it, and I'm like, God damn it. I just wanted to play it tonight. And I was like, nope, you got to wait all night.
I can't remember the last time I played a video game.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that Rick said. I can take my game when I'm done back to GameStop and trade it in and get the new one. If you download
What
it,
do
you
actually
can't trade it
get
back
for
in.
it though.
Not much, but
Yeah. Say if
It's
you support
something.
their bullshit prices.
it's something. It's better than getting nothing at all because you get nothing if you download it.
True.
Game stonk.
Get your stonks.
I buy exclusively from GameStop because they paid for all my video games.
I like that. That's good.
Oh, I love it.
That's legit. That's acceptable. Yeah. Jocko, what's going on, Jocko? Good to see you.
Oh,
Yeah, hey,
Jocko.
Jocko.
Is it
So-
snowing in Michigan?
If it's yeah, I'm sure it's cold. If not,
Yeah.
so our GT3 has not arrived yet. We're sad about this, and it won't be here before Christmas.
Aw.
It was supposed to. So we had a
So Daniel,
what-
our shipper guy, called me earlier, and he's like, "Hey, they're there picking the car up. Where do they get the parts?" And I already sent him like 3 emails telling him where to go, but they still called. So he calls me an hour later and says, "Hey, there's too many parts here. The driver doesn't want to pick up all this stuff. He wants an extra $1,000." And I just told him, "No, we'll have someone else get it." So
Jeez.
now we're in limbo waiting for someone else to. Apparently, there's a ton of stuff.
yeah. I'm wondering what all it is.
Well, I told him in the email, I know for a fact there's at least the original wheels and the original deck lid, spoiler, and a bunch of stuff, but apparently there's a bunch of stuff.
Well, that'll be an interesting question: is do we take everything back to stock on that car?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get everything here and kind of figure that out, I guess.
Because I feel like it's probably worth more stock.
I mean, if it were me, I would want it stock.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
those parts are worth a lot too. So you probably could sell those
Right.
parts
Right.
and make money on the parts, and then sell the car as stock, and then sell the parts.
Right.
So
You think even with
As long as
like
it's easily reversible,
yeah,
it might be worth
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
yeah. Do you think even with like the big group of Porsche owners that go to the track here in town, like they would want to customize it themselves? They wouldn't want to buy something already done, or
I mean, the
I
problem
mean, I
is,
think this car, it's a GT3 RS that's fully track spec. So somebody that wants to just go take it on the track, it'd be a great car as is, you
Yeah.
know, for them. But I feel like
But-
most GT3 RS drivers just have it because it's a GT3 RS and they don't take it on the track. I don't know. Could be
Fair
wrong.
enough. Yeah. You're
think-
probably limiting the buyer at least, so you might as well take
yeah,
it to stock.
I think anytime you
Mhm.
do anything that limits the number of people that want to buy that car, you're not as likely to get it as much money, or you're going to have a more difficult time to sell it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
Well, with our luck, you know, someone will come and after we put it back to stock, be like, "Oh yeah, I want all that stuff on there."
oh, you mean like the 458 incident?
The 458, yeah. We jumped through all these hoops to put the 458 exhaust back to stock, and the guy that bought it was like, "Hey, I want that exhaust on there." I'm like, God damn it! Just paid somebody $3,000 to swap it out.
That's funny, man. Yeah, right, Cheryl. So it's Meg's birthday today. How does it feel to be the big 25? I will tell Megan that you think she's 25. That would be wonderful.
Is it like the 15th anniversary of the 25th birthday?
Actually, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
she is 40 today, so yes.
Oh, I love it.
That's what Allison always tells her friends.
I like that one. Did you see Ed Bullion's Scud only bid to 185 on Sotheby's? Wasn't it a salvage?
I don't
Was it
remember.
salvage? Was it a salvage Scud?
I thought most of his cars were salvage. I'll put it this way.
I mean, if it's salvage, 185 doesn't surprise me.
This is, by the way, this is not a slight against Ed Bullion, but I personally would never buy a car that he owned. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying.
The story that makes it appealing to him is not appealing to you.
Most of the cars he's buying have.
Well, I
really
mean, his cars are
bad
probably good. His cars are probably good daily drivers,
Yeah.
like drivers' quality cars. I mean, he probably fixes them right and drives them. So
I don't think
I don't
he
know.
fixes them. Dude.
I don't really follow and watch his videos or anything, so I have no idea.
I remember. Yeah, whatever.
I know he put a video out that he's selling a bunch of his cars.
he sold a bunch of them on Sotheby's, and I think they all concluded today, right? Like, I don't know. I don't really.
Is
pay
he
that
not
much-
friends with Daddy Doug?
Apparently
He
not.
is. Well, he's got to be, but maybe they didn't want to. I don't know.
Well, I thought
I would think he would have
Sotheby's
put him on Cars and Vintage.
reached out to him or something. I don't know. Yes, this is it right here, right? He's always buying the cheapest car, and I don't want the cheapest car. That's usually the one that's got the worst
And I think
problems.
you say he uses his influence. Well, honestly, he probably doesn't have as big of an influence as you would think in the market.
He definitely.
I mean, he's
helped
definitely going
Murcielago
to
much.
influence it, but I think that, yeah, maybe, yeah.
But clearly he doesn't have any influence over the Scud market. Because
Right.
that is a very low price on the Scud. Yeah, but the Murcielagos he had probably, I don't know if it's just coincidental, but he definitely was pumping them up as they were going up. So, yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Good for him.
Buy from Dave, not from Damon. First rule of YouTube. I mean, I don't know if I'd buy from either of those guys. Again, the way that they use their cars aren't the way that I necessarily want a car I'm buying to have been used.
Who's Dave?
Dave from DDE.
Oh,
Like he he was doing a rev drop on the trans in that 599,
Yep.
and so like, and then he's like, oh, the
well,
transmission.
we do burnouts. We do burnouts in cars.
Where's the burnout? That's not. We didn't do like rev it up to like 8,000 RPM and then pull the right
Whoa,
pedal.
was he doing neutral drops?
He was revving the piss out and then pulling the paddle to get it to
Oh, okay.
break loose, and it just killed the F1
Yeah.
system on it. And then he got all the lights.
Mhm. Had a Christmas tree, your Ferrari.
Right. Yeah. Buy from Shmee. He takes care of his. I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy from Shmee. I could see that. I wouldn't have like, there wouldn't be any like, it would just be like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. So I don't know. It's interesting to see, I'm surprised that his Scud only got 25. Of course, I don't know the details of the Scud. I don't know how many miles. I don't know the spec. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So, oh, I saw that Shmee's title says pure.
Pussy segue. Very nice, Hugh.
Yeah, good one. His
Pure
pure
Songway is worth
Songway.
$1 million. I don't believe that.
His title said it was worth $1 million.
He's saying he's got. I just watched it before this. He had
Okay.
offers for like 730,000, and then with European tax, it would be like 930.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What kind of
So-
dumbass would buy that?
What the hell?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's just the new FF, right? Like it's just that
$1
with
million SUV.
yeah. No way.
That's wild.
I don't understand that at all.
But I don't see that. Do you see that demand here in the States where it's clearly not an SUV, whereas, in Europe and England, like, I don't know, that's a big vehicle for over there. But over here, it's like
True.
that little thing. Like,
Yeah, right. That's true. It is.
yeah.
Over here, it's like dwarfed by all the trucks and
Yeah.
like the Yukon Denali's and whatever. So, geez, 730,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
Which, yeah, that's just that alone is close to $1 million, right?
Well,
Mhm.
I won't say his name, but somebody we know has a reservation for one, and Ferrari doesn't let you sell it for 18 months. Is their deal with that one? And he said that he got some lawyer contacted him asking to buy the car from him when he got it, and they had some way to do the paperwork where it would stay in his name for that 18 months or something. They were going to give him $250,000 to do that.
I would do it.
Plus
Oh,
the
yeah,
cost
get
of the
rid of
car
that car.
was $500, so that would make it $750. And this was like six or 8 months ago, so maybe it's different now. But yeah, people really want that thing for some reason.
Jeez.
I mean, in 5 years when they're $50,000, I'll
I
daily
know.
drive one. I don't give a shit. But
It'll never be $50,000.
No,
but
I know,
I
but-
bet it's $300,000, $250,000 or $300,000.
Shmi also said he got 13.6 miles per gallon on the highway
Ooh.
on his 4,000 mile road trip.
Oh, that's really bad.
That's brutal. Like,
Wow.
Isn't that what your like Discovery gets though, Tyler? About that?
No, the Defender gets 18 on the highway.
Or Defender, sorry.
Yeah.
Really?
Not that far off.
Wait a
of
minute.
13 and a
Wait a
half.
minute. My diesel truck gets as good of gas mileage as your little SUV. Actually, gets better.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well, it's a straight 6 that's twin charge, and it's a
Oh, wow.
almost 6,000 pound vehicle. So,
What?
oh yeah.
Jeez.
I mean,
That's
and it's
pretty-
a toaster driving down the oven.
That's
They're
true.
driving
Look-
down the highway.
Look at
It's
this. Have you seen the front of my truck as a wall?
true. Yeah, true.
It
But
is
yeah,
it is a 4 foot tall radiator hidden behind a grill.
Yeah, but you have selectable all-wheel drive, right? You can be in 2-wheel
Yeah,
drive.
yeah, it's always in 2.
Yeah, so mine's
That means-
all-time 4-wheel drive crap.
Okay, yeah,
Just-
that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually gotten with the wind when I was going on a trip to San Antonio. I was getting 22.
Wow. Yeah.
That was the best I've ever done. But 18, 19 on the highway is usually about what I can get.
Yeah.
Unloaded. Like if it's, with the trailer, no.
I think the best I've gotten in Defender with a tailwind was like 20, like maybe 20.5.
Damn.
But yeah, but 13 is like, whoo. Like my first vehicle, like it was an 85 Chevy, got 10 miles a gallon.
I see them talking about
my
that.
Nissan truck gets like 12.
Yeah.
The gasser trucks do terrible.
Yeah, it's a half
gas
ton
trucks too bad.
Nissan truck with a V8. It gets 12.
Yeah.
Four-wheel drive.
Oof.
That's why I never drive it.
Yeah.
Only when needed. Only when a truck is needed.
I will say, I think the GT40 gets the worst mileage of any car I've ever owned.
Oh, I believe that.
Because it's carbureted with a big engine. And it's only a 5-speed.
Yeah.
Like, I think it probably gets about 8.
That's better than I was expecting.
On the highway.
The 458 gets like 10.
Oh, the 458 could get like 24.
On the highway, sure.
On the highway, yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten like 24 miles per gallon going 100 miles an hour. Like, I swear to God, it does better the faster you go. Now,
I don't know.
That one time I went to Phoenix, I had an entire gas tank where I averaged over 100, and I got like 24 miles per gallon.
Wow.
It was awesome. Oh God, they're all talking about Hoovy. I don't want to get into it because I like Hoovy, so I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, let's just say no comment.
No comment about any of the Hoovy stuff because, like, who am I to say anything about someone's personal life?
Yep.
And like, I'll just say, good for him. He's doing what he wants to do.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
That's
I wish he would join us on a live sometime. After he sold us all the hoopties, he kind of went MIA on us.
That's because he's got his new love interest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He hasn't fixed his 456 yet either. So.
Oh, really? He still hasn't fixed it?
No.
It was in the background of one of the videos I saw at the Car Wizard shop.
Yeah. Dude, that thing was toast.
Yeah.
Like, him buying it back from us was a solid.
That's true.
Like,
we
he did not have to do that.
We can forgive the other cars.
Then again, I think it was toast when we bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we did it any harm more than what was already done.
Yeah.
Because remember when we were there and we started up and we're like,
yeah, it didn't sound right.
Like, that's not right. And he's like, oh, it's always been like that. We're like,
yeah. He's like, it just takes a couple minutes, then it starts running good, and it sure shit did.
Yeah, it did clean up when it heated up and the warped heads kind of just compressed against each other.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that thing was definitely hurt from the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Dirty Gringo, your XKR, do you know if that's British miles per gallon or US? Because I swear to God, the F-Type reported British miles per gallon because it said that thing would get 32, 33 on the highway.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
How are they not miles the same miles? Or is the gallon?
I don't know if it's the gallons different. I don't know, but the British one's higher than the US one.
Really?
Yes. It's not liters per 100 kilometers. It's British miles per gallon.
Okay, he says US.
US, okay. Because I asked the Jag dealership that on the F-Type because, like, there's no way this car, supercharged V8, gets 32 miles a gallon on the highway. And they're like, no,
32?
Yeah.
What?
That car would go from 7.
Maybe if you're going 55 behind a big semi truck.
Yeah. No, 82 on Set the Cruise. The thing, it would claim it was getting 32, and it's like, there's no way. There's no way in hell. Yeah, Imperial gallons. Okay, Jocko, I believe you. Like, we use Imperial. I don't know, something.
Whatever.
EMPG. Yeah.
Oh man, they're still talking about.
Oh God, yes, yeah, Charlie, that's a smart one.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Yeah,
I would say
keep that land, buddy. Keep that farm.
The only thing that I would say, and this is just me, just like, okay, I have to say something, right? Because that's just me. I personally wouldn't want to marry someone that I'm trying to do a business relationship with.
Fair.
That because now my fear would be if it goes sour, not only are you having to dissolve a marriage, you have to dissolve a business. And speaking from former experience, trying to separate out business stuff is, I would imagine, in some ways worse than a marriage.
Probably.
I mean, I guess probably not if you have kids and whatever, and whatever, but
It depends on ownership stakes and how
yeah,
you
like
did all your.
it's because it's all financial, and financial stuff gets ugly, right? Money is ugly.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
thanks, Gary. Imperial gallon's 20% larger than U.S. gallon. Good to
What?
know.
I did not know that.
I
How
knew
did
there
I
was a
not
difference. I didn't know what it was, but cool.
Well, I don't know. Learned something new.
Yeah. Supercar Ranch's comment. Yeah, that's a good one.
She looks smart, though. I have no comments on that part of it. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I haven't met her. I don't want to judge
Yeah.
her.
No.
So
If they're
that
both happy, then congrats to them.
I do, in some ways, feel bad because I feel like she's in the car world, right? And as evidenced by the comments on our section, she's being judged so harsh on just her appearance.
Oh yeah,
And it's
100%.
which I
Like,
find like as a
beyond
dude, it's kind
unfairly.
of disgusting. It's kind of like, sorry guys, like, you should probably slap your own wrist because you're all being naughty. But
Yep.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at this cut. I'll judge her as easy on the eye. Like, it's sad, like. And it proves my point that I've had my whole time in YouTube. I've told myself from the start, if I was an attractive woman, I first of all would be like a horrible voice, but second of all, I would have like 1 million+ subscribers right now,
Oh, easy. Yeah.
easy. But I also feel like I would be tormented constantly. Like, if you were trying to do the type of channel I have as a woman, it would be 10 times harder.
Oh, 100%.
Because every dude out there, especially if you're attractive, would just be like, "Oh, man, look at her tits," and then like, "Oh, she must be dumb," like,
Yeah.
it's just, there's so much. Like, let's be real, dudes. The people in the car world are pretty harsh on women in the car world.
Yep. Yeah.
do not-
Supercar Ranch beat me to it, and you need to have an OnlyFans to supplement your
Right.
income.
Right. I feel like if you're, I mean, look at, I actually, you know what? I don't mind throwing this person on their bus because I feel like their channel is crap. Supercar Blondie, her channel is shit. It really is. Like, I can't, there's almost no one I know who is a car enthusiast who really likes her channel.
Hey, Mestrip.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and I don't really watch her stuff, but it's on Facebook everywhere. It just like comes up out of nowhere. Like the algorithm knows I like cars.
She has a team of people and they promote the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, good on them.
Oh yeah.
They've created a hell of a thing, but
yeah, whatever her business plan is, it's working great.
yeah, like, man, like I'm jealous of that. But we did sell the Viper. That was good. So it sold really quick. And it's, first of all, miracle of miracles, we actually sold cars in December.
Yeah.
Good for us. Like, that is, I'll just take a bow.
In a supposed downturn market. So even
in
better.
a downturn market, well, I think it's bullshit. I think
that's why I said
accurate.
supposed.
Supposedly, right? No, we sold it really easily. And it went locally, and the guy was super cool. It was really nice, to be able to have someone who was an enthusiast. Like, it was his first time buying, I'm gonna call it a supercar because I don't care. It's a supercar in my opinion.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, I've owned some Corvettes or whatever, but nothing like this. And I'm like,
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. I'm like, you're gonna love the shit out of this thing.
That's super cool. I love it.
Yeah. So it's insane. I am not angry. What? Why is everyone always like, "Oh, angry Dan"? Angry. I'm not angry.
Yeah, this isn't angry Dan. This is having fun Dan.
I mean, I have strong opinions. I don't necessarily think that means I'm angry. It just means I have strong opinions.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we were really pleased with the Viper sale. That was really cool. And so because of that, we actually are on the hunt for more Vipers. So like, because that was an experiment, right? Like we've never sold a Viper and we didn't know if they were going to do well. So we want to get more of them. I personally really like the Viper. Oops. I thought I like muscle cars. So it feels like a muscle car, but refined. It's like better than a muscle car.
About refined.
Well, more refined than a 1965 Mustang fastback.
True.
with drum brakes.
Hell yeah.
And a rock crusher. So yeah, like I just at some point we'll probably get a new ACR or something like that. So yeah. Jocko's asking, are you feeling better, Josh?
I wasn't sick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about.
I think because you just came back. You were gone for a couple months.
I had to go pick up Emma from cheerleading.
Oh.
You went and did that quick?
Yeah. It's right down the street.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, I was supposed to get her at 8:20 and it was 8:25. I was like, oops.
Oh, yeah. The Viper was a 97 and it had like 12,500 miles on it.
It was a nice Viper. And the guy that bought it's super happy with it. He loves it.
Yeah. Is there that much of a Viper market? I mean, it's a pretty small market, right? They didn't make that many of them. So I guess that would be the only problem with that car is it is a thin market.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ferraris are pretty thin too. Lamborghinis are much thinner than Ferraris. McLarens are thinner than both Ferraris and Lamborghinis. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a Lotus dealer in Austin, Hugh, but I don't know what the perception of them is besides it's a Lotus.
I have to say, I have yet to see one.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I've seen an
I don't
Exige.
even know what the Amira is. Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Or something? Yeah.
Yeah. I bought a 430 instead of a new Viper in 2017.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the right move.
It seems reasonable. Yeah, the Vipers are definitely still going up for the most part. What's interesting is so the Gen 1 RT10s, like the original ones, are really starting to go up. Then the Gen 2 GTSs are going up, but it's like it has to be blue with white stripes. Like if you look at any other color, there's at least a $10,000 gap.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy. Then no one wants anything Gen 3.
Aw.
All the Gen 3 Vipers are like, because like it was so funny. We were watching the auctions and a Gen 3 Viper was coming up and Josh was like, hey, look, a Viper's coming up. I'm like, no, we don't want it. And he's like, why? And I'm like, it's a Gen 3. And he's like, really? And I'm like, it won't even get to 40 grand. And it got to like 39 grand.
Oh, shit.
It's like, that's a deal.
I know,
Yeah.
right? That's so much car for the money.
Jocko, you are absolutely correct. That is exactly what they are.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Lambos are definitely look at me cars.
And
100%.
Sebastian, I'll take the TDF and I'll buy a Pista and a Speciale. I'll
Yeah.
sell it and buy both of those.
Yeah, right?
That's the right way to say that. Yep.
Although the TDF is sick as hell.
It's cool, but man, it's too much money for what
It
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I'm personally not crapping on the Gen 3s. I'm just saying the market does not like Gen 3s, which I don't get it. I guess, part of the problem is like the Gen 3s, the convertible is just not that attractive. Like it's kind of bulbous. Like I don't know. It's too penis looking. You know. It
Anthony,
kinda-
can you elaborate on that? Because
Yeah. Can you
I'm
draw
curious.
it? And
you know, like it's, and then no. Wait, what? Hold on. I've been seeing a lot of content from Porsche of Austin. They claim they're the best dealer in the country.
so does every Porsche dealer in the country.
yeah,
They claim
I mean,
they're the
how
best.
are they defining best?
they charge the most ADM. I don't know.
Yeah,
They sell the specialty cars to all their friends, and consumers don't get them. I mean,
Yeah.
Interesting.
they're not easy to work with. You know, if you're another dealer.
This is really interesting. Personal experience. Porsches are the easiest car for me to sell in the past because there's a buyer for every single variant of the car.
Yeah,
Sold
that's true.
7, bought 4 in the past few years. So you're not wrong. There's a few things about the Porsche market that has deterred us from participating in the Porsche market until now, which is there's no margin. Like because Porsche, I mean, let's be real. Porsche makes a lot of cars, right? So because they're constantly transacting, there's a ton of data out there of what a Porsche is selling for wholesale and what it's selling for retail. And so everyone kind of knows what they're worth. So that gap becomes really narrow. And the problem is also is then you have like the Porsche people are kind of like the Lambo people in that they're very particular. And so like trying to sell them a car, it's challenging because they're like, oh, like, you know, I want to see all of these things. And if it's got any one little thing that I don't like, I'm walking from this deal. You know, it's very like black and white, you know? And I think it's partly because they know they can just go out and find another one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm curious if that doesn't hold true for the GT3 RS that we're getting, because those are rare enough that like, yeah, if you walk from this one, you aren't going to necessarily just go find another one. Like it's not necessarily available. So it'll be interesting that like we want to try doing some more for the Porsche market, but it's just, we feel like it's a lot of work for not that much money.
It's
Oh
fair.
yes. Show us on the doll. It hurts here. Yes, this is exactly it. Porsche people are very informed and particular. And it's that combination that makes it hard. Right? So it's hard to sell them because they'll be like when we had that that Boxster, dude, people were beating us up over the Boxster, and it was like, what did we sell it for like 12 grand?
Oh no, it was like 18 or something, but it was a low mile, nice Boxster, you know. But yeah, it was. It's like, can I get the over rev report on that Boxster? Like,
That dude, you couldn't be. So funny story about that. My old dentist bought a Porsche. It was so funny. Like,
oh, Porsche is the car of choice for doctors and dentists nationwide.
Yep.
I mean, it's people who are like, I want some fun, but I still want to be practical about it. I want excitement, but no, not that much excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow down. Not quite like that. Yeah.
Ugh.
Will we go see the Ferrari movie? Yes, we are. We already have tickets.
Yep.
Yep. Are you saying Ferrari buyers are less logical and overly emotional? I mean, they are emotional cars. So I think that's part of the difficulty of first-time Ferrari buyers is that it is such an emotional buy
Mm-hmm.
that you have to step out of that emotional component and really like look at it pragmatically or factually to see, is this the right car? Because a huge number of people fall in love with it, right? Like they fall in love with the Ferrari and they're overlooking the bad things about it.
Yeah.
And so that's why like you have in the Ferrari world, every single seller, like if it's an individual selling their car, it's always, my car is perfect. My car is perfect. And it's because they're emotionally attached to it. And we're the ones who go look at it and go, sorry, it's not perfect.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times people have, said, "Oh, my car's perfect. It's a open checkbook, maintained it. It's got this, this, and
Yeah.
that." And then I get there and look at it, and I'm like, and
Josh is
you don't want to hurt their feelings
Yeah.
sometimes, and
Josh
tell
is
them
the
it's
heartbreaker.
not as nice as you said.
That should be Josh's nickname is Heartbreaker. Because every time you have gone out to go look at a Ferrari for us, you're like, oh boy. Like I get the phone call. I know when he's arriving there, and I'm like waiting for the phone call, and I get it, and I can tell in the first breath. Because it's either a or it's a here we go.
The other thing that's I find funny too is that a lot of times people are like, "Oh yeah, my car's pretty nice. You'll have to come and check it out." And I get there and it's like the most immaculate car you've
Yeah.
ever seen,
Oh,
and they're like
totally.
nonchalant about it.
Yep.
No, the ones that are underplayed and understated
Yeah.
are always the nicer ones.
Yep.
The ones where the people are trying to talk them up are the ones that are terrible.
Yeah.
I swear, it's like inverse correlation
weird.
every time.
Yep.
Ah, yes, that is also true. Well, I have met Ferrari owners that are not passionate about the brand, definitely. But I would say the number of Lambo owners that, like, to me, I think they look at it more of like it's a tool. It serves a purpose, right? And the purpose is to get attention and fulfill some fantasy they've had and whatever, right? But I feel like, and we've talked about this, like how many times have we talked about this, right? But like I feel like there's a stronger correlation of Ferrari people being just like car enthusiasts. They're really passionate about cars, and to them Ferrari is like the ultimate car. And so I don't
Well,
think
what I have found is that generally speaking, owners of brand new or very late model Ferraris are sometimes not car enthusiasts. They're just somebody that wanted to buy a Ferrari or who has to have the latest and greatest. Whereas the people that own the older ones, a 360, a 430, a 355, whatever, are typically the enthusiasts.
I think
Makes sense.
it's more of if they're buying the next one, and always traded it in,
They're not car enthusiasts.
not as likely.
No.
They can be, but like the ones who buy it and then they just keep it,
Yeah.
those are the ones who are like diehard, passionate, whatever,
Yeah.
right? So this is an interesting question. Whoops, here it is. Can you predict the quality before you see it? Mean as you're pulling up to the house?
Sometimes.
I don't think. I don't know, because there's some people who have like very modest houses that have really badass cars. So
Yeah.
What do I think of the 612s? They're really growing on me. Would you sell those? I mean, I'd sell them.
Dan doesn't like the 612.
I do not like the 612.
It doesn't offend me. If it's the right spec, I would be okay with a 612.
It doesn't offend me. I just there are a lot of other Ferraris I would take before a 612. Like if I ranked it on like my desirability list, it's going to be in the bottom 10%. Oh God. No.
Not car enthusiasts.
Yeah,
The
no.
slightest bit.
At all. Yeah. The charm with the Lambo is that it turns you into a kid and don't take things too seriously. I thought I would never own a Lambo after owning a few Ferraris, but now I get it. Yes, but that's because you are a car enthusiast. You're a gearhead, and so you appreciate it for what it is, right? Like I have to say, that is what appeals to me about a Lamborghini as well. Is it isn't like this serious, like I feel like I have to do and be and act a certain way or whatever. It's like, yeah, F it. Just do what you want and be an a-hole. The other thing that's really cool about Lamborghinis, I will say, is every kid on earth is just enamored with Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That part of it's really cool. Like kids just lose their minds.
Ben, the Ghost is the best daily driving car you could probably buy on the market. Short of buying an electric car.
Throwing out 20 bones. Not even a message. Just hand it out.
Earlier he said Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So Merry
okay.
Christmas to you as well.
There you go. Merry Christmas. There you go. Caveat, I like Lamborghini. I don't like that there's a really history to latch onto in the same way. There's just the same clutch story with Ferrari over and over. That's true. Yeah, it doesn't. Their history is not like, like, wow, what an amazing history. Like, it's like, oh, it was kind of like F you Ferrari, and then I don't know how to run a business, so I'm gonna bankrupt it 4 times. So yeah. What classic Ferrari do you like the most?
Ooh.
Besides the GTO?
F40.
Yeah, it's classic. Yeah.
I like
288.
the 60s Ferraris a lot.
I think they're gorgeous.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really
beautiful
pretty
cars. A lot of the, I mean, there's a ton of variants of the 250, and pretty much all of them are beautiful. I actually like the 275 short nose, the short wheelbase.
Hey, Peppa.
Those are really cool. But I don't know. I like a lot of this. A lot of the 60s Ferraris are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Lambo's made lots of fantastic cars. I mean, we're not really ever crap. I mean, well, that's not true. The Countach is kind of a pile of crap, and so is the Diablo. And let's be real, the Murcielago. They're all kind of terrible cars. But they have they have enduring qualities that like make you overlook the negativity, and you're just like, yeah, well, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine that it's terrible. It does this other thing,
Yep.
It's like taking a certain drug that like it cures cancer, but you're gonna have all these side effects. Well, I'd rather cure cancer. Okay, well, there's your Lamborghini.
Cure cancer or like Lamborghinis.
Yeah. Same thing, right? Same thing. Oh man, not a lie.
Subaru owners can fall into a lot of different categories depending on the model of Subaru.
But dude, it's like every WRX is more than the STI, because like you have to have a bit more money to afford the STI. So like the WRX crowd is definitely like the I got my first real money and I wanted something fast and I like to vape.
But then you also have the Subaru Forester owners that eat avocado toast and that sort of thing.
I was talking about the performance side of it.
Oh, okay.
Is Travis here tonight? Because he'll have words to say to you, Josh.
Yeah. Audi really enhanced Lambos into great driving cars. I think kudos to them for keeping naturally aspirated big engines while Ferrari is downsizing. They stayed to their design language forever. I mean, let's be real. If Audi hadn't come in and saved Lamborghini, it would not exist. They would have gone away. So, the only problem is I do feel like they sterilized some of that emotion. Like the Countach, Diablo, and Murcielago are kind of batshit, right? Like they're at the full Lamborghini where it's just like, but then like you get to the Gallardo, and then Audi starts coming in and it gets kind of tame. Like it's still a great car, but it's losing some of that emotion. And then you get to the Huracan. The Huracan's just like, I don't know. The Huracan just does not impress me. It just
Every boomer in my town drives a Subaru.
Yes.
They all got rid of the CRVs and RAV4s. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, the end of the Murcielago is, I mean, the Aventador is basically an evolution of the Mercy.
Yeah.
It's just, not quite as terrible. And it actually, much more reliable.
Yeah. The Audi influence definitely took over there.
Yeah. I know. I don't know what to do. Sorry. I could try leaving and coming back. Here. Any better?
You're still fine to me.
I mean, it looks good to me too. I can't tell. We'll find out, right? It's probably still hosed. I don't know. But you loved driving the Huracan and Evo? Oh man. explains so much about you. Oh, it's worse.
Aw,
Oh, great. I made it worse.
that's what you get for doing tech support live.
Sorry. I don't know what to do. Oh, Josh.
Yeah.
What do you think the floor in price is?
Oh, I
on
just
Go?
typed a response. I think it's $100,000, but I would want to buy like a cheap used one with some miles on it
Oh, okay.
because they depreciate so much. You get so much car for your money. You could buy one for $100,000.
God damn it, BB. You make me.
Oh, hold up your empty. I got my fat lady on tonight.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I have my Pixel.
I only have one Rolex, so I don't know. I wasn't wearing it tonight. I can't show you the same thing every time.
Oh man. Making me publish that. I don't like that. That's not cool.
That's what we have to do to get him to talk about watches. Is somebody
Yeah,
has to
just
pay
pay
like
it.
$1 or $2.
Oh yeah. That's actually from now on the only way I'm going to publish any of the watch talk is if they're spending money.
Over $5, right?
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I think we need to get Dan a Speedmaster or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Don't. I will sell it. I don't even know if it's worth anything, but I'll sell it.
Speedmaster, the first watch worn on the moon. Come on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
How about a G-Shock?
Yeah.
What's that?
How about a Pixel watch?
I got it. It's right here.
No, the actual watch version.
Oh, no. I don't want that either.
Oh God.
I used to, when I was a kid, full disclosure, I did always have a Timex.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, stuff happened and technology came and
If we're going to talk, Clarence asks Patek or AP, I'd go Patek.
What?
Dan's like, what?
I don't know what these words.
The APs are too gaudy, and they're like the Lamborghini of the watch world.
That's fair. Yeah.
They're showy.
They're like, they have these stupid diamond encrusted gold. Everybody, all the rappers have them. I don't know. They're just no thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, God dang it! Look at that. The whole thing is all watches now.
I don't like Richard Mille either.
No. I went to the McLaren talk when they were here for F1, and they all were wearing like $500,000 Richards, and it's just like they're ugly as sin.
They're ugly.
Oh my God.
It's another one of those Lambo watches, right? It's like, look at me, look at my cool watch, look how much it costs, and like they know nothing about watches.
Yep. I mean, when your sponsor gives them to you for free, I'd wear a
I'll
$5 watch
take
too.
one for free, sure. Where do I sign up?
Oh Lord! So many. You guys are killing me.
Yeah, we could get him a moon swatch.
I never had a Casio.
Well, that's what a G-Shock is what he was saying. They're made by
Oh.
Casio.
Okay. I've never had a Casio. I've had a lot of Timexes. I did have a modern reproduction of the original. Oh, so I lied. The original digital watch was a Casio, right? The first one ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I got a modern reproduction of the original.
You're talking about Accutron, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, but I thought that was cool just because it was like it looked like it was from the what was it, like 60s or 70s?
Yeah.
And it just had that like very like what's the term for it? I can't remember. Anyway, it had a very particular style to it that this was again still kind of early.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, it was probably a Hamilton. I think Hamilton was the first digital watch.
Yes. I think it was.
Yeah.
I might still have that.
That's actually cool. Do you still have that?
I think I do somewhere.
That's pretty badass.
It was cool. I just thought it was cool because it was like modern and accurate. You know,
Yeah.
didn't like I guess the original one didn't really keep time very well. So like actually it was
You should see
accurate.
if you have that, because if you do, it's probably worth some money.
That'd be cool. I'd be curious. I have the only other watch I have is that one my brother gave me, which I don't know anything about it. It's big and yellow. In stuff. What the fuck?
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put this up just because. What?
I like the name.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. That was great.
Twitch coming in for the win.
Dude, every time Twitch comes on, it's just. Oh my god. That's funny. Pulsar? Was it a Pulsar?
No, I'm pretty sure. Here, I'll look it up.
Okay.
I've not seen a Cybertruck in person yet.
Oh, first
But-
digital watch Pulsar by Hamilton.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yep. Red LEDs.
Is that it?
1970.
Yeah, that's
Developed
exactly.
jointly by the Hamilton Watch Company.
Yeah, I had one
Wow.
that it was a reproduction of that.
That's cool.
So it was kind of cool. Oh well. Anyway. Again, this was like back when cell phones were still just kind of becoming, it was probably pre-smartphone cell phone when I bought that. So, you know, at least a decade ago, probably 15 years ago. And I think that was the last watch I ever bought. Now I think about it, it may have broke. I don't remember. If it's, I might still have it. It's probably in like some box or pile of stuff, but whatever. Anyway,
Yeah. Q, I tried to switch it back to cars with the Cybertruck, but Dan would rather talk about watches than the
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
Sorry.
no, we can definitely talk about that.
Does Dan want to talk about Cybertrucks or watches?
I will talk about
Poison.
Cybertrucks over watches, but I'd prefer neither. Interesting question. Here we go. If Fry does make a pickup
Oh,
truck,
God.
would you buy it? No, definitely not. I would absolutely. Pickup trucks are utilitarian. They get beat up, scratched, tow shit thrown in it, whatever. You're not doing that to a $300,000 truck. That makes no sense. Although
Yeah.
trucks are over $100,000 now, so
It's true.
yeah, like my truck is totally utilitarian. Like I don't give a crap about, like I don't care if it doesn't look good. It's definitely been scratched already multiple times. It like, you know, it's one of those like my kid could walk up to him and be like, "Rah!" and smack in the paint, and I'd be like, whatever. So yeah.
Yep. Your truck isn't completely utilitarian because you have heated seats. So
That's utilitarian. My ass needs
that-
comfort. No, and I will justify this because on long ass road trips when you're hauling stuff, being comfy for
that
like,
is true.
because I've driven that. I've already got like 55,000 miles on it, of which over 40,000 of it is towing. So that's a lot of miles towing in only 2 years. I've only owned it for
That is,
like
yeah.
2 years. So yeah, you got to be comfy when you're doing that much stuff. It like I don't like if you're going to be hauling long distances, not buying something comfortable is idiotic. So ass coolers, seat warmers, steering wheel warmer required.
Yep.
I still have the Hill blimp. Yes. I need to sell it. I don't need it anymore.
Some people in my neighborhood could have used it in
Right?
September. Their
Yeah.
cars are still screwed up.
Yeah. Let's see here. How's business? Pretty decent. I mean, this is the slowest month of the year usually, and we've actually been getting a little bit of interest. Oh, Yeah, Josh just sent me a message. Okay.
Get the likes up before you talk about that.
Yeah, we need some likes. We need some likes, people.
You got something fun to talk about, but not for 26 likes.
We're only at 26. I guess it's kind of a slow night. We're only at 99 viewers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the week before Christmas. I didn't expect it to be like a big week.
It's true. We need a few more though. Not the hearts, the actual likes, the thumbs up underneath the video.
So Josh and I had a very interesting Wednesday. So we've been scouring the earth for every single Ferrari for sale to try and find anything that we thought was a good buy. And I got clicked on this because Mousetrap threw us money. We wanted to vote Dan next Ferrari. He goes Pure Song. Like, oh God, why are you doing that to me? No. So the Ferrari market is very tight right now. Like the number of Ferraris on the market is kind of low, and there's a huge disparity between what people are asking and what they're actually selling for. And so for us to buy cars into the dealership is becoming super difficult because, like, people are only willing to pay this. Everything's for sale for this. So we have to buy it below that in order to make money on it. And there's just hardly anything out there. So that being said, that's why we bought the Viper. That's why we've been looking at other interesting sports cars. And that's why we bought this Porsche 911 GT3 RS, because we're like, hey, let's just start dipping our toes into other markets. And that's why we have that Lamborghini Super G right now. So we've been looking outside of the Ferrari box, which ultimately, like, long term is a great thing to, for our company to do. So Wednesday, I took and spent hours scouring all of the cars coming up on auction that day in Mannheim and flagged down a huge spreadsheet full of cars. And here Josh and I are like, we're going to get at least one or two of these cars, right? Like, we're going to get some of these. And it was like, I don't know what the hell was going on. Every single car that we were interested in was going over what the market thought it was worth. So we didn't buy a single one of all, like, of this list of like 20 or 30 cars or whatever. Not a single one was at a price that we felt like we could make money at. And so we didn't buy anything. So then at the end of the day, there was one car on the list that was kind of like a, haha, wouldn't this be funny to buy this car? And I called Josh. I'm like, hey, this car is about to hit the auction. And he's like, okay. And like, they always do like where they, like, I don't know if we someday we'll show you guys what these auctions are like, but they always start at high and then no one bids, and then they knock it down a little bit, and then you wait, and then you usually knock it down again, and then everyone starts bidding. Well, it started high, and this was like, mind you, this was like the other auction where it's like, these are the lowest of the low, the rejects that, like, it's like, just get rid of them, right? So they wouldn't even do that. They were just like, they'd start it at the initial ask, they do it one time, and if no one bid within 10 seconds, they're just like, next car.
Wow.
So you got to be on it, right?
I hope it was an Aztec, Clarence.
It's not an Aztec.
Not an Aztec.
So
I'm
the car,
against the Aztec, by the way.
yeah.
The
So
Aztec's a cool car.
It is.
the car comes up, they try and sell it for $4,000.
Oh no.
And we were like, no, it's too much. They came down, and I'm like, should I bid, Josh? And he's like, I think they'll come down one more time. Someone else bid. And so I'm like, crap, what do I do? And I'm like, well, it's still basically what we said we'd be willing to pay for it. Okay, I'll bid. And then, like, because again, these are the reject cars. Like 2 seconds after I bid, he's like, and going, gone.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, we got
If I show him a picture, I've got one up.
Okay, yeah.
Here's what we bought.
Yeah. I hope they leave the lights on. I really do.
They did.
They did.
Nice.
It's a legitimate cop car. They took the decals off. It still has all the stuff inside, the spotlight and the lights and the
Oh,
little
hell
laptop thing and all that shit.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna go pick it up tomorrow. The only problem is we're not 100% sure it runs.
Mm.
It was that kind of auction. It was like no details. Like it was literally like, here's the car. Good luck.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be the Ferrari Patrol?
Yeah. Well, we're some
Nefarious
sort of
activity patrol.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
So we got us a cop car. Hell yes. Cannot
It's
wait.
going to be
Dude,
good security for the shop because we'll just park
Oh,
it
yeah.
outside in the driveway. No one's going to mess with us.
yeah. Hell yeah. No one's a mess with that thing sitting there. Now, so we have a mission. Y'all need to help us come up with hilarious videos to do with this thing. And please
We're
be
definitely
judicious.
going to drive around and film and watch people get out of the way. It's really funny. I've had a cop car before, and it's really funny when you drive it around, especially if there's a lot of traffic and stuff.
Oh, and no one passes you?
Mhm.
Yeah, nobody will pass you. It's really funny.
We got to do some stuff. So feel free to Dan and Josh Duke. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I sold the boat eons ago. Mo is
Yeah.
dude. Mo will be the canine unit
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
got to make the K9 sticker for it.
with Mo on it. It'll
Yeah.
be like
Yeah.
warning slobber.
Yeah, you gotta do the Blues Brothers too. Get a big megaphone and put it on the top.
Oh, dude, and play that song. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun, dun, dun. Yes, we will definitely
Yep.
redo the live PD episode. Oh, that'd be great. We can reenact it. It's legal to have the lights. You cannot use them.
Yeah, we can have them, but if you turn them on, that's when it becomes
Yeah.
a problem.
Well, you
if
cannot.
you turn on the red and blue, right?
You
You
can
can
use it on
actually
private
turn
property.
them on. You can turn them on if you're on private property, but
Okay.
not on public roads.
Yeah, but you can
Right.
use the amber modes for like warnings
Right.
or
And you can't
Yeah,
do
versions.
stuff like dress up like a cop because then you could get pegged for impersonating a cop.
Yeah.
So like it'd be one thing if we did it for a video. It'd be another thing if we did it like driving around. You know. So unfortunately we fired the Texas lawyer. So we'll have to find a new Texas lawyer. But maybe we have a police lawyer.
ooh.
That'd be something interesting. Yeah, you gotta love America, right? Yeah, you can have a former cop car. It cannot say police on it. So it has to not say police.
We'll make it say patrol.
Yeah,
not
patrol is
police.
legal. So the cop in Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hog had what was his name? Flash.
Hmm.
Flash was a basset hound. Yep. So yes,
that's good stuff.
Cannot wait. We're gonna have so much fun on that.
Can't say booty patrol. Uh-oh. Supercar Ranch figured it out the hard way.
Yes. What's the biggest loss you've heard of someone taking on a car recently, dealer or private? I mean, no one really likes to publish their losses, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, Stub Patrol. That's not bad.
Ooh.
I like that one.
Yeah, someone said at this point Austin will probably just hire you to be police, and that's probably true.
Speaking of losses, okay. So on Wednesday during the auction, Josh is gonna laugh. He's gonna, I'm sure, have something to say with it. So they have different companies that list their cars in Manheim or whatever, and one of the companies that listed a ton of really high-end cars, their guy was actually at the auction, like there in person, and we don't know what happened, but here's our assumption: either the banks were making them sell a bunch of cars, or someone screwed up and they had to get rid of a bunch of cars, but they were definitely losing money on these cars because the guy selling them was pissed. And so like Josh and I were laughing because like he starts yelling in the background, "Oh, this car's a great car. Read the description," and stuff like that. And like he was like, you could hear him in the background. And Josh and I are sitting there on the phone while the auction's going on. Dude, what is up with this guy? Then like he keeps getting more and more irate, and all of a sudden he stops the auction. He's like, "I've had it with you guys. You guys don't understand. Blah blah blah. This car should be selling for 300,000, and it's only at 240. What is wrong with you?" And he starts like yelling at us, the bidders. And I'm just sitting like, of course, it's all virtual, right? And so all of us are sitting there like thinking, did he just chastise us for not giving him more of our money? Like, what?
That's amazing.
It was pretty funny. He was getting mad. My assumption is that he was the buyer for those cars, and he was responsible for any P&L on those cars, and he was not doing good.
No. And so what was the best though is so no one bid. Like after that, for like 5 minutes, everyone just stopped. Because we were all just like, well, screw this guy, right? And he just kept getting madder and mad. And you could tell it was definitely like he totally gave it away of when he's losing money and when he's not, because as soon as he crossed the threshold, he shut up. So it's like you knew the exact moment he had a car that he was not losing money on. He's like, "God damn it, blah 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 blah," and all of a sudden it'd be like next bid, he'd be like, "Up," And the next car would come up and he's like, "Blah blah blah, God damn it."
That's amazing.
It went on for like an hour. He was pissed off, yelling at everyone.
It was pretty funny.
You should have done a video.
I know.
I don't know if they're allowed to publish that.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to publish those videos. Like that's probably against our terms of use or something. So I don't want to like get our account.
But yeah, dude was mad that he didn't have a good day.
No, he was definitely on a bad day.
They overpaid for some stuff and we're talking like Lamborghinis, McLarens, like $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 cars, Rolls Royces. And some of them were just not bringing the money.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious, dude. Like his reaction of being pissed was like just, I mean, seriously, it was like when you're like 12 years old and your dad comes out like downstairs and yells at you for being too loud. That's exactly what it was. Like that is Clark Hurlbert coming downstairs at 2 a.m. in his underwear to yell at us because we're playing with Legos too loud. That's what happened. We were playing with Legos too loud. Oh man. So yeah. Anyway, I thought that was great. It made the auction, like, as much as we didn't get anything at all of value, that made it worthwhile. Like, at least it made the day entertaining.
Heck yeah.
The Blue Oyster Squad, wasn't that the gay bar in Police Academy?
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
I can hear the song when they open the door. It's like dun, 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 dun. Wasn't that it? I don't know.
I need to watch that movie again. It's hilarious.
I know. Jeez, I haven't seen that in 25, 30 years. Something like that. Yeah. All right. When things are bad, it's time to buy, not sell. I mean,
depends how things are bad for you.
Yeah, right. Depends. Oops. Yeah.
We did try to buy a Hellcat Red Eye, a couple of them.
Yep. We've been on multiple. That's on our list. We're trying to get like Hellcats, Z06 or ZR1s, even S2000s we've been looking at.
We bid on a pretty cool 996 GT3 too.
Yep. We're trying to get that. That went too high though. There was an 03 Terminator we were trying to get, but it went way high.
Yeah.
Like over $50,000.
Wow.
But it only had
it was like 5,800 miles on it.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay.
Still, it's like too much risk. Get a Camaro. I mean, maybe like a ZL1 1LE or something. Maybe
that'd be cool. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. The C7 ZR1 is crazy. I would rather.
I
get
really
a
want a
C6.
C6 ZR1.
Yeah,
That's-
we've been
that's my favorite
trying
Corvette.
very hard to get a C6 ZR1. The problem is there's just very few of them out there, and the ones that are for sale right now have been the same ones that are for sale for like a month.
Yeah.
Because we've been looking for them for over a month. Normal guy muscle car. We still been looking at other stuff. We've been looking at M3s. We've been looking at what else?
AMGs.
AMGs, yeah.
What was the BMW in the background of your video today? Or
Oh, that's an M6 competition with a manual. It's
Ooh.
one of 8.
dang, all right.
We bought that for a guy that had called us that also has a Scud. And I went and looked at that car for him and bought it and brought it back to us. And we had Brad do a full PPF on it, and he's decking it all out.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I guess it wasn't today's video. It was something else. I forget. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Citizens on patrol. Yep. All right. Oh yeah, no, the new Demon 170s are like they're all $250,000 and stupid money.
yep.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think it's driving up the value of the lesser challengers like the Hellcats, and even like the old Demon is getting a resurgence in price. So
BB, I've bought probably 30 E46 M3s over the years. That's one of my favorite cars too. They're awesome. Has to be a manual though. The SMG's dog shit.
yeah.
But you can actually get those converted fairly easily
And cheap.
and cheap. Yeah, I think it's like $5 or $6 grand to convert it.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I like this. Thanks, Cheryl. That's funny. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. So anyway, we're looking for lots of various cars. Because yeah, like we said, the Ferrari market is just super difficult right now. So we feel like we have to broaden. We can't rely on the Ferrari market alone to do the dealership. It just is not going to work.
Yep.
Yeah. No, you don't. You do not. Thank you. Porsches always sell. I mean, that's like saying the housing market always goes up.
They always sell any. I can sell any car for the right number.
Right. Doesn't mean we'll make money on it. We are currently waiting to get our next kit. So we're going to do another conversion. I would say probably the week after Christmas.
Yeah, we've started taking apart the car we're going to convert next.
Cool. Oh, because you're doing a clutch on that one too, right?
No, actually, the clutch is brand new.
Oh,
He is not a part of this company longer.
You gotta get it in once every video.
Yeah, I know,
Every
right?
line.
At least they didn't call him by his name. So
Thank God, yeah. SSR? Jeez. There is not a 355 conversion kit. You can convert 355s, but you gotta amass the parts yourself.
Mm.
So I've seen I can't remember if it was videos or just a document on it on how to do the conversion. I mean, you have to do engine outs on those cars anyway, so like converting it, you're already like you might as well just time it with the engine out. But from the electronics perspective, it looks really simple. So
That's cool.
I would love to try one. I don't want to have to deal with trying to get all those Ferrari parts. That's probably a bitch. And it'd probably take forever to like find them all. So
yeah,
what are the price margins on supercars? Ugh, it varies a lot. Anything from negative to
I was going to say negative 100 to positive 100%.
yeah, right?
We've never
Yeah.
doubled our money on a supercar. Not even
No, we've
close.
never doubled our money.
I think realistically 5%.
Yeah, it's probably about average.
It's fair. Yeah.
It's probably about 5%. I wish
15% would be great.
50% would be phenomenal. My God, I would actually like have my mortgage paid off.
Oh, no shit.
If we were making 50% on every car, my God,
Yeah.
that'd be freaking great. No, once you factor in all the other fees and everything too, it gets chopped up pretty quick. Because you gotta imagine, like right now, we pay 10% interest on any cars we've got on the floor plan. So 10% on a $200,000 car is a lot of money every month.
Yep.
So it does not take very long for that to eat up the entire margin that you have on a car. Which is the funny thing. Josh and I have this discussion over and over again. We do not understand how some of these other exotic car dealers have such massive inventories. So we've concluded there's only a few possibilities. One, they've got like daddy war bucks. Someone funded the hell of it and doesn't care, right? Like someone just dumped a pile of money on it and isn't looking for any sort of real returns. They can just sit there on these cars. Another possibility is a huge number of them are consignment, right? Like just half their inventory. Third possibility, money laundering. Because those are the only things that make sense. Because we see the same cars listed for sale for like 8 months, 10 months, a year, and they're priced at prices that literally no one's going to pay.
Yeah.
And they never lower the price. And we're just like, how on earth? Like, if you were floating these cars on a floor plan, there's no way. Like, you would be out up a shit creek so fast. Yeah, seriously, Tactical Fleet. So there was an interview with the guy who created Tactical Fleet, and I know they got a huge investor. Mm-hmm. But even they closed some of their stores. Like, they expanded and created a bunch of shops, and they already closed a bunch of them. So I think they grew too big too fast, right? But yeah, I don't understand how they can have that large of a fleet.
Jonathan, believe it or not, new car dealers actually floor their cars with the manufacturers.
Yeah,
they're all financed.
Yep. The family friend told me to maintain presidential level with Ford, he has to have at least a 4% margin on cars.
Yeah. So I don't know. And what's crazy is when we see, like, when someone looking at the auctions, we see the same big companies trying to slurp up all these cars, and we see what they're paying for these cars, and we're like, how are they making any money on that thing?
Yeah.
Like, they're paying it's like their margins are small.
Dirty Gringo, I'm glad you said that about Carvana, because that's one of the worst fucking companies selling cars out there that you could imagine. Never buy a car from them. Their company, they have everybody fooled.
Well, they were bankrolled with VC money, and then that dried up. And
and no.
Yeah, amen on this one. Same thing. You see those motorhome lots? Each of those motorhomes is multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not like $1 million.
The manufacturer is letting those franchise stores finance those things and sit on the lot.
Yep.
It's so crazy. So I don't know how these companies are surviving, because not only is it super expensive to just have that fleet, the facilities to maintain those cars, and
washing, like, especially
imagine the insurance to insure $1 billion worth of cars.
yeah, looking at how much our insurance is, and our policy is not that big because we have to remember, we have to be able to cover our entire inventory in insurance. So however many cars you see, sum that up, and we have to have an insurance policy that's bigger than that.
Yep.
It's so expensive. Does not make any sense. Like, so I have to assume a huge amount of it is consignment cars. And I think that's actually one of the things I think happens is they get big, they get a reputation, and then rich people just basically are like, "Oh, I'll let you consign my car." And they're just looking at it like storage, right? It's like, "Hey, here, store my car for me. I mean, consign it for me," because they list them at prices that it's not going to sell.
Yep.
So I don't know, man.
Yeah, those $1 million diesel pushers lose
yeah.
200 grand as soon as you drive them off the lot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's overseas investors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't like. Hey, if someone's so giant daddy Warbucks and wants to just plop a huge amount of money on our company, we can start talking.
Yeah, I mean, what is the pathway to get out of floor plans? Like, how do you transition off of that?
You
gotta
got to build
have
up a cash reserve.
Okay.
Huge cash.
And the
reserve.
thing that sucks, you know, for what we're doing is you have to have a lot of money to
Yeah.
do this because your inventory is expensive, you know, so you have to have a lot of cash. So it's a huge barrier to entry for
Makes
a lot
sense.
of people.
Yeah, and like you still have to have insurance in the building and every other cost. So yeah,
Yep.
it's hard to build up that cash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't see like any of the like so Tactical Fleet, like I said, he did an interview. I watched that interview. It was on some podcast, and he talked about how they had a huge investor. So he didn't disclose numbers, but I mean, I have to assume it was like $50+ million investment or something like that.
I would think about 100.
I was going to say, I was trying to be conservative. It could be over 100 or something because they built that massive building and they have a huge inventory. Now, like from a business perspective, the thing I'm trying to figure out is like, they must have not, that investor must be doing like an ownership deal or something because there's no way they're paying interest on that money. Because if they were, it would be just devastating, right?
Mm-hmm.
John, to get started, you need $1 million.
Yeah,
$1 million will get you going.
minimum.
Yeah.
Tactical Fleet is a massive dealership up in Dallas. They actually have 2 locations now.
They have one in California too.
Yeah, I think they used to have 3 or 4, and they shut down 2 of them or something like that. But like you look at their inventory, and it's like 100+ cars.
And I've noticed too, they've had a lot of those cars for a long time.
Yeah,
still for sale because we keep an eye on what's out there, and it's like, damn, like if those
that's
are
the thing.
if they're paying interest on those, I mean, that's got to be killing them.
Yeah, you got to consider if it's a Ferrari for sale, we've seen it.
Yeah.
Like every single Ferrari that's for sale on the market, that's on an open market, we know about it because we scour every single week. We look in practically every single day. I mean, it's literally one of my like daily objectives is to just look at the Ferrari market and see what's out there every single day. So anyway, it's 9:30. That's something to noodle on.
Yeah.
If one of you gets the Christmas spirit and wants to give us a couple $1 million, feel free.
Come hang out with us. We'll have some fun. We'll buy some cars.
I will shake your hand and give you a beer.
You'll jump some cop cars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash some cop cars.
I promise you we will spend your money on cars and you may or may not ever see that money again.
Good stuff.
On that note, happy holidays, everyone. And
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hope you enjoy whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. So feel free to celebrate or don't celebrate. I don't really care. And we'll see you after said holidays or not holidays, whatever it may be. Bye.
Cheers.